Book TV recently visited Capitol Hill to ask members of Congress what they're reading this summer.
Well, I've got a couple of books. I never read just one book at a time. I read in pieces. I'm finishing up a novel by one of my favorite authors, a guy named Robertson Davies, a Canadian, called The Cunning Man. Terrific book written in the early 90s. I'm also in the middle of rereading John F. Kennedy's Profiles in Courage, which is a great book for a senator to read because it's all about what happened in the Senate historically. I'm listening to a book that I've downloaded about Peter the Great, a long biography by Mr. Massey about Peter the Great. And if you want to understand Russia and Putin, you got to go back and read about Peter the Great in the 1600s. I've also just gotten David McCullough's new book, The American Spirit. And then one that I really am enjoying is an entire book about Washington's farewell address by a guy named John Avlon. So that's what I'm into right now, listening on the airplane to Peter the Great and reading when I have time either a novel about Toronto or The American Spirit by David McCullough or something in between.
Those are some great titles that you're looking at right now. I'm familiar with several of them. What does it take to captivate your attention for you to read a book, especially with your very busy schedule?
Well, I've thought about that, and when I go to browse, for example, in an online service to download either a book online or to listen to, I start with history. That's the category that I first go to. Just a few weeks ago, I finished H.R. McMaster's book called Dereliction of Duty about Vietnam, and that's a timely book because H.R. McMaster is now the National Security Advisor to the President. So reading his book, which is an incredibly powerful analysis of the Lyndon Johnson administration and the mistakes they made in Vietnam, was very instructive. So how do I pick a book? I start with history generally, and I listen to reviews, and then certain authors. David McCullough, you can't go wrong. I mean, anything by him, 1776, John Adams, anything that he's written is going to be engaging and interesting, and you're going to learn something.
Book TV wants to know what you're reading. Send us your summer reading list via Twitter @BookTV or Instagram @book_TV, or post it to our Facebook page, facebook.com/BookTV. Book TV on C-SPAN 2, television for serious readers.